Hi, my name is Mike, and I'm the lead coder, designer, pretty much everything but music for Startup Studios. And I'm making Wrong Dimension. It's a one-dimensional platform.
Talk about the gameplay in this. It's a one-dimensional platformer. What is that?
Well, it's as close as I can get to a one-dimensional platformer. It's like if you had a 2D platformer, but you took the camera and put it on top instead. And then it's just all those different aspects that you have in a 2D platformer, but you see them from the top. And it has an air of familiarity, but it's different enough so it feels like a brand new experience.
So talk about where this idea came from, a one-dimensional platformer. How did that idea come to fruition?
I was sitting there one day and I was thinking, I want to make something that is familiar but new. And I was playing around with ideas in my mind, and I was taking a 2D platformer and I had some other mechanics. They weren't fun, but then I thought, what would happen if I took the camera and put it on top? So I spent the next about 3 days prototyping it, came up with something that looked like absolute crap, and spent the next few months turning it into what we got here. So
What are some of the challenges when making a game essentially all by yourself?
you got to do everything all by yourself. You have to code, you have to schedule, you have to produce, you have to pretty much do everything, and you got to learn everything too. You know, all the new aspects. You can't really go to somebody and say, hey, you need to learn this half of the game, I'm going to do this. About halfway through the project, I had a buddy of mine, he joined on as co-coder. So thanks to him, he's taken some of the load off of me, but pretty much all the design, all the game mechanics, and all that kind of stuff like that is just put on me, and it's fun but hard. So
What did you build your game in?
Unity.
What was it like working in Unity and using those tools developers didn't have 10 years ago?
Amazing. I mean, my dad was a game developer back in the 90s. So he worked on a game called Quest for Glory 5, and just seeing the stuff, well, I grew up watching him design games, and that stuff was trying to walk a dinosaur with a stick compared to this kind of stuff. So it's Unity and things like it make it so much easier to design video games. It's pretty awesome.
What advice would you give to like students and people who really want to make a game? Like where do they start?
Google. You just Google, how do I make a game? I suggest starting with Unity, and my best advice would be don't give up, because it can get very, very, very frustrating, especially if you're doing it by yourself, and there will be dozens of times you just want to quit. If you don't, you're going to come up with something that you're proud of.
So when does your game come out? What platforms will it be on, and where can they find more information about it?
It comes out in about a month on Steam, and the beta is currently on itch.io, and anybody that buys it on itch will also get a Steam key. It's going to be on PC and maybe OS X down the road if we can get that, sorted out. And you can find more info at startupstudiogames.com or on Twitter at startup_studios. And there you can find pretty much anything about the game.